Shalom, shalom. All praises goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. That's to say the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, the name of His only begotten Son, who died for the sins of the nation of Israel. Only is Yahweh Shai. And double honors goes to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, from whom I learned the truth. And much love and peace and blessings goes out to all you hopeful elect brothers that are teaching the word of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, as well as you sincere listeners and helpers of the teachers of the word of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, you brothers and sisters that are repenting, coming back to your God, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. So basically it's going to be a lesson. I would title this is going to be posed as a question: why is your precious America being dissolved, right? Because I would even answer to this, to explain the situation, to explain what's going on, you got to go back to the 1960s when a lot of different things are happening at that time to further degrade the prestige that America had at that time, especially when after it had won World War II, and these Americans here were living in their glory in the 1950s. You know what I'm saying? You had the middle class, but ever since the late 60s, you have had an onset decline happening in America, right? And it's even more evident, even more rapidly being destroyed here. You fast forward to 2020, and America's completely finished. And the reason why is these are the judgments. The reason why this is happening is that these are the judgments of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, man. These are the judgments of the Lord to come upon this place, because it's a wicked society that promotes debauchery and wickedness, man. Because the creator of this world, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, He has dictated the laws and the ordinances of how people are to live on the earth, and it's contained in the Bible. So there's to be no homosexuality, idol worship, and all these rules and regulations started with His chosen nation. But this chosen nation was chosen to spread these laws all across the planet. But as now the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, which is you so-called white people, you go against everything the Most High set up. So therefore, the earth is in a fucked up state. It's messed up right now, man. The earth is in mourning. The inhabitants of the earth and the earth itself, the trees, the air, the animals, it's all in mourning. So this is why the Most High started to bring the rulership of you. It's starting to bring the rulership of you Edomites to a halt, because you destroyed the earth and you destroyed the children of Israel, right? Because the earth was made as a habitation for the Israelites, right? Starting with the chief Israelite, Yahweh Shai. So that's why. Then if you look at America specifically, what's been going on here, you had the oppression of the Israelites for 500 plus years, starting with that devil Christopher Columbus got over here. That fucking devil that didn't find a goddamn thing, okay? He just came to a land where he knew that the Israelites were and started to oppress them, right? The first Israelites he oppressed was the tribe of Simeon, if I'm not mistaken, out there in the island of Hispaniola, which became Dominican Republic in Haiti. So he was oppressing the Simeonites. Then more waves of devils, Spanish devils, came over here and started oppressing. They found it. They sailed to Mexico, and they sailed to parts of South America, and they're just oppressing the 10 tribes, right? The native Mexicans, which are the tribe of Issachar, you had Hernan Cortez, who killed the last king of the Issacharites, the Aztecs, Moctezuma. And then they introduced an encomienda system throughout this. And then they named the southern, South America, Mexico, as part of the Spanish Empire. There was nothing but oppression and bloodshed happening. They would make the Israelites mine for gold and precious resources and farmland over here, and they would tax this land of its resources, because you had viceroys set up over here in America that was basically like kings that was set up to watch over the Spanish colonies or the Spanish Empire on this side of the world, and they were oppressing Israelites, man. If you didn't meet certain work quotas, you could get your hands cut off and beheaded. And you also had, for the ones that were undesirable, to not work for the Spanish, they sent wild dogs upon them to have them get ripped up. You had Israelites, those Native Americans as well, that got burnt alive. Then you had different ways of devils after the Spanish. Edomites like the French, the British, the Germans, the Dutch, the Portuguese that came over in waves during the colonization of the Western Hemisphere and oppressed the Israelites that were already over here even more. They oppressed them even more. They took the land from the Gadites, which is in the United States of America, which is modern United States of America. And then when they realized that the land was good for farming, they set up plantations, and they got workloads. To meet their workloads, they took slaves from the western shores of Africa, which were the Southern Kingdom. That's when you so-called Negroes began to come upon the picture, and your interaction with the so-called white man has been nothing but the sword and oppression, man. It made you sit on those slave ships, which was a journey of 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. And it was tight, it was cramped. You had slaves shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow with each other, head to foot, cramped on this boat. Some women in a position of giving birth, all on a slave ship, a dirty, filthy slave ship, where they were forced to defecate and urinate on themselves, and there was diseases on those boats. And then when they got to America, if they survived, they were put in complete captivity, where they had to serve the so-called white man on these plantations, dig for cotton, not dig for cotton, but harvest cotton, plant, maintain, and harvest cotton. They were whipped, hung if they were disobedient. The slave masters would sleep with the wives of certain so-called black men. He would sleep with their wives, man, and take our wives from us and sleep with her. The little boys and little girls were raped and forced into sex slaves. You had a policy, a wicked tradition amongst the colonizers, which are Edomites, especially the English and Irish Edomites. They would rape strong males to emasculate them, man. This is the bloody history of America, and this is why America is being dissolved. This is why America is about to be destroyed, man. This is why Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to have America fight in World War III, then the nuclear missiles will be launched on this place and destroy it because of what you did to the Israelites. Okay? Because George Floyd is just one of millions, if not billions, of our people that was killed unjustly and oppressed. And even after we were so-called emancipated out of slavery, and the oppression wasn't as much as it was back then, we were still getting lynched. Still getting lynched during the time of Emmett Till, okay, from the early 1900s all the way to 1960s, getting lynched by bands of Edomites that didn't like that our people got out of slavery. They didn't like seeing our people with some type of bravado. So what they did, or some type of leisure, whatever words you want to use. So they were mad and jealous, and they started killing us. Then you had the cops oppressing us. You had red lighting. You had a negative image of our people being portrayed in the media, in movies, being portrayed as homosexuals, being destroyed, given fucking unlawful foods and GMO foods. Our air being poisoned, our water being poisoned. The school system now, when we're introduced into fucking up the minds of our people, and all kind of shit that I can't even name, which has happened to our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. The Israelites who've been destroyed, man. These type of things happen. They have happened. They are happening. Say, how about Shemal Shai has had enough? He's going to destroy America. You fulfill your measure of what you were meant to do to the Israelites for a punishment. But now Yahweh Shemal Shai is about to destroy you Edomites and the rest of you nations that around the world that have oppressed us, but especially America, because America was the worst oppression that our people ever faced. And you Edomites have, in America, have been stout and proud against the Most High. So the Most High is going to break you down. And he is breaking you down. He's going to, but what we're going to do is continue to break you down and destroy you till there's nothing left. Okay? So all praises goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash, and Shalom.